all of the gifts I have been given, one of the greatest is to have been born as a citizen of the United States of America. In this country, I can say what I want to say, I can read what I want to read, and I can believe what I want to believe. In places around the world, such as Egypt or Saudi Arabia, people have been fighting to gain these rights. Rights that I have been blessed with, and that people in America have been improving on for centuries. Of all of these gifts that I have been given, one of the most precious to me is the freedom I have to worship as I please. I have been given this as a result of many thousands of years worth of people who were willing to fight for their beliefs. Many have lived, bled, and died fighting for their religion and drawing strength from what they believed. This is true of people many thousand years ago. This is true of people this century. And this is true of people 245 years ago during the American Revolution. The American Revolution was fought by people who had strong beliefs and deep convictions that they had the right to express those beliefs. Proof of this is everywhere in America, but one of the more obvious ones is the Bill of Rights. The Bill of Rights was written after the American Revolution. It consists of the first 10 amendments. The first one is very well known. In it, some of the most important rights that the colonists never wanted to have taken away, were laid out. These include the freedom of assembly, the freedom of the press, the freedom of speech, and first on this list was the freedom of religion. First and foremost, our forefathers wanted to be able to protect what they believed. Now, the revolutionaries were not the only Americans to fight for what they believed in. Many of my ancestors on both sides of my family were members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. As a result of being part of this church, they were often forced from town to town, in some cases from state to state, in the northern part of America. They suffered pain, sickness, cold, in some cases even death. And yet, throughout it all, they were able to hold on to their religion and trust in God. Eventually, the church and many of my family members moved across the plains to what is now known as Utah. When I read stories about their fortitude and how they went across the Utah state, settling new towns all over, simply so that they could live their religion, I am inspired and in awe by the strength they drew from their beliefs. Similar to the revolutionaries and to my ancestors, I too draw strength from religion. Though I've never fought in a war or had to travel thousands of miles with no food or clothing, I have been able to find peace and draw strength from what I believe, especially in times such as these. Right now, we are in the midst of a global pandemic. We have the coronavirus that is sweeping through continents, every continent. We are all suffering. Millions of lives have been impacted, and thousands of people have died and are still dying. Yet, throughout all of this, many of us have turned, as our forefathers and our parents have done, to religion or to our beliefs. Not all of us are religious, but we are all united by a common want for peace and hope for the future. Because of the freedom of religion, we can believe what we want to believe, and we can find strength in that. Whether we are Jew, Christian, Muslim, Hindu, Buddhist, atheist, whatever we believe, we can hold on to that and find strength through it, our beliefs, and each other. This is the America I live in. This is my country, and I love it. I know that as we hold on to our beliefs and as we hold on to each other, we will find ourselves faced with a more peaceful and happy future and we will find the strength to move forward. Thank you.